It is not often that a pipe band from Maine makes it to Glasgow, Scotland for the World Championships. In fact, it happened for the first time just this month with the Clattamore Band from Southern Maine.
We are lucky enough to get to hear from them, but first let's talk to two members. We have Tom Ryan and Andrew Adams. Thanks for coming in, first off.
Thank you for having us.
Okay, so like Rob said, we don't typically hear this unless it's, St. Patrick's Day or the funeral of a fallen public service member. How did you guys even come about?
Well, the band came about 10 years ago just to bring a band to Portland. There was not one in Portland. There are several throughout the state, but there was none in Portland, and we wanted to get together and form a band that would focus a lot more on competitions throughout New England that we've gone to.
What's it like to try to put together a band like this? How hard is it to find people who can play?
Well, I don't know if you've ever herded cats before, but it can be quite difficult.
Yeah, we work in a TV newsroom. We have some familiarity with that.
It's difficult. We're playing instruments, bagpipes that are not mainstream, and so it's not something that you grow up typically hearing a lot. So it's a little more challenging because of that.
And if you guys are focused on competition, it's even harder to find people who want to play, not just for fun, but who want to get out there and compete.
Absolutely.
So what do you do? How do you find them? How do you guys hone your craft?
We try and grow a culture within the organization that focuses on fine playing and being able to showcase that. And the best way to do that is within competitions.
You guys just got back from Glasgow, and it sounds like you're the first Maine band to even compete in that World Championship.
Yep, we sure are. How
do you even get to that level?
A lot of hard work. I mean, it's the dedication and commitment by the players here and the other ones in the group. It's the focus on playing well and playing as a unit and listening to constructive feedback and getting to where we want to get to. And we wouldn't have gone if it was just a vacation. Like, we felt like it was a worthwhile trip for us. We won a big contest last September, and it kind of gave us that launch pad into, well, let's try it, let's go, and it worked out pretty well for us.
You're up against these huge bands who are based in Scotland. How did you do, and what did you learn while you were there?
Yeah, learned a lot. That's to start with. But there were two flights of 20 bands each. We wound up coming in 13th out of 20. We had to be in the top 6 to get to the final round. And it turns out a band from Malaysia won the whole event. So it's truly an international competition.
Well, whoever bet on the Malaysian long shots probably got a big payoff, I'm guessing. All right, why don't you guys take your places there with the band?
Great.
And we're going to let the Clattamore Pipe Band play for us right here on 207. You guys are good to go. We're going to get out of the way, and we'll listen to some music.
Mark.
Pipe Band. Tom and Andrew, come back in.
That was really cool. Oh, Rob Nesbitt featured you guys just before you had left for Scotland. And one of the things that I learned from his story was that you actually have to tune the bagpipe.
As surprising as that might sound, yeah.
I mean, this is a very entailed thing to do, it sounds like.
Yeah, it's probably as an ensemble, it's one of the hardest things to do to sound good. Lots of people can play together. If they're not tuned together, it doesn't sound. It sounds like what gives bagpipes a bad reputation, you know. But that's one of the reasons that we do well in competitions, because we do tune to each other really well. Like all of these chanters are tuned together, and all the drones are tuned to our chanters, and all the drones are tuned to each other. So it sounds like, supposed to sound like one.
It's good stuff. Thank you for coming in, guys. If you would like more information on the Clatters-Moore Pipe Band, we've got that on our website. Check it out by going to newscentermaine.com or our mobile app, and stick around. Back with more right after this.